Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Okay, so today we welcome you all to today chapter number 9. Okay, Raj Guhya Yoga. Important chapter again. Okay, so these Bhakti Yoga chapters are very important. So, so this knowledge is like this Bhagavad Gita knowledge is like king of knowledge. How, why, everything we are going to learn in today's chapter. Okay, so let's start with Guru Pranam mantra. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवां च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितां च नमां विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। So the teachings is based on the teachings of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. He is founder Acharya of ISKCON, and we pay our humble obeisances unto his lotus feet, and we beg for his mercy so that his teachings of Bhagavad Gita we can apply in our life. Okay, so let's summarize the chapters which we have learned till now. We have started with chapter number 1, and we learned that faith is important for understanding this Gita. Okay, then we have learned that what is the mood of Dhritarashtra, Duryodhana, Arjuna, and 5 reasons from Arjuna for not fighting. Karma, that was the Sani Nirikshan Yoga, first chapter. Second chapter, Gita Saramsa, okay, or the summary of Gita, where we have learned the importance of Guru, 3 phases of realization of absolute truth. Then we have learned about the body and soul and the 2 dharma related to body and soul. Third chapter, Karma Yoga. Which one is better? Karma is better or sannyas is better? Krishna says karma is better. Then we have seen different types of yoga. Karma yoga, dhyana yoga, karma yoga, jnana yoga, dhyana yoga, and bhakti yoga. Fourth chapter, transcendental knowledge. Krishna speaks about his position, that he is not a normal person. What is the difference between Jiva and Krishna? We have learned that. Okay. So transcendental knowledge and how to attain the transcendental knowledge. Tadvidhi pranipatena pari prashnena sevaya. Just surrender to a self-realized person, inquire from him submissively, and render service into him. Okay. So this is fourth chapter. Please keep yourself muted.
हमारा काम जाता है ना, पसीना जाता है ना, उतना
okay. Karma yoga. Okay, yoga ladder we have seen, glorification of jnana we have seen. Fifth chapter, karma sannyas yoga. Which one is better? Again, same question. Action in devotion is better or renunciation of work is better? We have learned that work in devotion is far better than renunciation. We have seen about the equal vision peace formula in that chapter. We have seen about the 3 doers knowledge. Okay. Sixth chapter, Dhyan yoga. Okay, so we have seen that mind can be your friend, mind can be your enemy based on whether you are able to control the mind or not. Okay, then we have seen that Ashtanga yoga, 8 limbs are there of Ashtanga yoga, and about each yoga we have seen in detail. Then we have seen how the yogi who fails after certain long practice or short practice, how they attain the devotional life again. Okay, and then lastly we have seen the greatest of the yogi, Bhakti yoga is the greatest of the yogi. 7th chapter, Gyan Vigyan Yoga. Okay, so we started with hearing from him, and then we have seen the seeing him everywhere. That importance of hearing we have seen, then seeing him everywhere. Krishna says, I am source of the material world as well as source of the spiritual entity. So both are coming from me only. Four types of people who accept Krishna, then four types of people who reject Krishna. Okay, so both of four types we have seen. And lastly, we have seen the greatest of the men is a Jnani who, after knowing the absolute, after knowing the truth, he surrenders to Krishna. Okay, that is the greatest, best of them out of four. Last chapter, what we have seen is the attaining of supreme or the art of dying. So mnemonic was dead, D-E-A-D. Okay. So we started with doubt. Arjuna is asking many doubts. Okay. 8 doubts Arjuna was asking, out of which the last doubt was end of life. What were the 8 doubts? First doubt. What is Brahman? Brahman is indestructible. So indestructible soul is called Brahman. Then what is Adhyatma? The nature of Atma is called Adhyatma, the soul's nature. Okay, surrendering to the Supreme. Third, what is karma? The reactions which forces Atma to take body again and again. That is called the karma. Okay. Adi Dev, Adi Yagna, and Adi Dev, Adi Bhuta, and Adi Yagna. These are the governing principle of material body. Okay, material world. And then we have seen where does he resides. Adi Yagna, where does he reside? So he resides in everyone's heart. Okay. These things we have seen. The 7th question and last question was end of life, where we have seen that the end of life we have to remember Krishna to attain Krishna. Okay. If we remember other thing, if we have desire of other thing, we'll attain those things. Okay. So whatever desires we have, according to that, next life is there waiting for us. Okay. The very important concept was that is how we should end our life. Okay. So we have compared the that is like an exam. Okay. And we should not fear the exam. Okay. We have to pass the exam, and that is a window to attain Krishna. Like that we can consider. Question paper is already out that we have to remember Krishna, and for that question paper we have to prepare every time, because there is no time decided when the exam is going to happen. Okay, Parikshit Maharaj, we discussed, are very lucky. Parikshit Maharaj was very lucky, but we are not that much lucky. We don't know when it will happen. We have also considered the example of this Odisha train accident. Okay, where one person was very happy today and tomorrow death. Okay, we don't know when that can happen. Very happily he was traveling, next day death. Okay, or next moment death. So this type of thing is can happen because this is material world. Okay, anything is so our death is not certain. Okay, so when we should prepare to perfect our life, we should prepare from now only. Okay, so that we have seen. Third thing we have seen, attaining the supreme. Okay, Krishna says Sulabha. It is very easy to attain Krishna. How? By bhakti. Okay. Lastly, devotion. A person who is engaged in devotional service is not bereft of any other a result of any other activity like penances, sacrifices. Okay, those things. So this we have seen in the last chapter, 8th chapter. Okay, now today chapter 9 chapter. Mnemonic is king. Chapter name is Raj Guhya Yoga, the king of all the knowledge. So mnemonic is also king, K-I-N-G. So we'll start with knowledge. Okay. So Krishna is glorifying this knowledge, the Bhagavad Gita knowledge, the knowledge of the Sambandha Gyan between us and Krishna. This is called most confidential knowledge, Guhya. Here word also used is Guhya. You see here word Guhya. So it is Raja or the king of knowledge, as well as it is Guhya, very secret knowledge. Okay, so that knowledge Krishna is glorifying. Then we'll see the inconceivable relationship. The relationship between us, Prakriti, is not conceivable. It is very difficult to understand. Okay, so that we are going to see inconceivable relationship. Then we are going to see non-worshippers and worshippers also. The person who worships and the person who do not worship. What is the mentality of those persons? So that we are going to see the third part, non-worshippers. And last part, we'll see the glory of bhakti. We'll understand that bhakti is very simple. Okay. Bhakti is very simple. That we are going to understand. What is the meaning of Guhya? Guhya means secret. Okay. So let's start first part, that is knowledge. So there are 3 degrees of confidential knowledge, secret knowledge. So there are 3 degrees. So actually this knowledge which is given in Bhagavad Gita, that is secret knowledge. And it is graded. Okay, graded. If you see the first 2, 2nd to 6th chapter, the knowledge is called Guhya, secret knowledge. If you see the chapter number 7 to 8, last two chapter, this is called Guhyatara, more confidential. And if you see the 9th and 10th chapter, this is called most confidential knowledge. Okay, that is called most confidential. Guhyatamam. This is most confidential knowledge. So first 2 to 6 chapter, that is Guhya knowledge. What was the Guhya knowledge? That we are not this body, we are this soul. Body and soul is different. That is the most basic confidential knowledge. Okay, that is we are not this body, we are this soul, and that is called Guhya knowledge. Second, more confidential part is knowledge of Bhakti and Krishna Sambandha. That is called Guhyatara. Means more confidential. 7th and 8th chapter. So what is the knowledge? Bhakti, Bhakti knowledge, knowledge of Bhakti and our Sambandha with Krishna. That we have understood in more confidential part. And in 9th and 10th chapter is called most confidential knowledge, where pure devotional service is discussed. This you see, pure devotional service. Pure devotional service is discussed here. And how Krishna reciprocate to the pure devotional service. How to do the pure devotional service. How Krishna reciprocate to the pure devotional service. That we are going to see in today's chapter. Okay, 9th and 10th chapter. So I hope you have understood that confidentiality knowledge. Okay, so all the knowledge which is there in Bhagavad Gita, that is a kind of confidential knowledge. And Krishna described first the confidential, then he is describing more confidential, and again he is describing lastly the most confidential knowledge. Okay. So hearing confidential knowledge, what should be our qualification to hear the confidential knowledge? Okay. Krishna says, Sri Bhagavan Vacha idam tu te guhyatamam pravakshashami anasuya Vijnanam Vijnana Sahitam Yajgatva Mokshase Ashubhat. The word here uses Anasuya. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, my dear Arjun, because you are never envious of me, Anasuya. This is the meaning. Okay, you are never envious of me. Because you are never envious of me, I shall impart to you the most confidential knowledge and realization, knowing which you shall be relieved of the miseries of material existence. So Krishna is going to discuss about the most confidential knowledge, the pure devotional service knowledge, and Krishna's reciprocation. And he's saying why he is going to describe it, because Arjuna is never envious of Krishna. That's why he can understand it. Envious people, they won't be able to understand. Leave the most confidential part, even they will not be able to understand the confidential part, the 2nd to 6th chapter also. Okay, so enviousness you cannot understand. Okay, with faith we can understand. Okay, so that is the thing, that is the most important point which we discussed in the 1st chapter, even before starting of the 1st chapter, that faith is important. You remember the cobbler and the Brahmana example. Okay, so that is the same. Faith is important. Okay, after we have this knowledge of pure devotional service, what will happen? If we have this knowledge of pure devotional service, what is going to happen? So Krishna says, knowing which you shall be relieved of miseries of material existence. If you have this knowledge of confidential subject, then you shall be relieved of material existence. That means you won't take birth again and again, again and again, again and again in this material world. If you have this confidential knowledge. If you don't have, we shall stay in this material world again and again, again and again, again and again. You see the infinity, birth and death, birth and death, birth and death, infinity. Okay. So if you are not serious in devotion, what is going to happen? What is the problem? Some people may say, oh, we just have only one life. Let's enjoy, let's chill. What is the problem in enjoying? The problem is lying here. Okay. If we are not serious in devotion, we will stay in this material world. We don't have only one life. We have many lives. And if we are not serious, we will have more and more life. Okay. Second sloka, very important. Krishna says, Raja Vidya Raj Guhyam Pavitram Vidam Uttamam Pratakshawagamam Dharmam Shushukham Kartum Abhyayam. Raj Vidya Raj Guhyam. This knowledge is Raja of all the knowledge. Raj Vidya, king of all the knowledge. Whatever knowledge we have, material knowledge, spiritual knowledge, even in the spiritual knowledge, whatever knowledge we have, whatever yoga knowledge we have, out of all of them, this most confidential knowledge, the most confidential knowledge of Krishna Sambandha, pure devotional service, is king. of all the knowledge. This is the most important knowledge. What is the pure devotional service knowledge? Okay. And it is also not easy. It is Rajguhyam. It is very secret knowledge. Okay. Rajguhyam. Very secret. We are not even able to understand that this we are body, we are the soul. That is the most basic confidential knowledge. This knowledge is Rajguhyam, most secret knowledge. Okay. We need certain assistance. We need a bona fide guru to understand this knowledge. Krishna Sambandha. We need certain realized person, like Krishna says, Tad Viddhi Pranipatena Pari Prashnena Sevaya. We need a bona fide guru to understand this knowledge. Okay, Rajgoyam, most secret knowledge. Though we'll have book open in front of us, we'll read the words, but we won't be able to understand the meaning. Pavitram idam uttamam. This knowledge is idam uttamam, most purest. Pavitram. Pavitram idam uttamam. This is the most purest knowledge. Purest knowledge. Okay. Pavitram. Purifying. Most purifying. Prataksha-avagamam dharmam. It gives a direct perception of dharma. Prataksha. Prataksha-avagamam dharmam. Means it will give you the direct perception of what is dharma, what is adharma, what we should do, what we should not do. Just by performing devotional service, we can understand what is to be done, what is not to be done. Then, sukham kartum avyayam. Sukham, it is done when this devotional service is performed, when this pure devotional service is performed, then it is very sukham, very joyfully. It is very joyful. It provides very much happiness. It provides very much blissfulness. It is joyfully performed. This devotional service is very joyfully performed. If you see the devotees, they will be very nicely, very joyfully performing the devotional service. Very happy. If you see the devotees, they will be very happy. They don't have the gadgets. They don't have the newspaper coming in the temple. They don't have the televisions to see the IPL matches. They don't have they don't go to cinema houses to see the cinema. They don't eat their food in the restaurant. Still they are happy. Very happy. Even more happier than us. Sukham. Why? Because they are performing devotional service. Pure devotional service is sukham. Joyfully perform. It gives you joy when you perform it. Sukham. Kartum avyayam. And that sukha is avyayam. That sukha is everlasting. That there's no limit of the sukha. That sukha doesn't have any ending. Avyayam. Avyayam. Okay. So this devotional service and a person perform, he become very happy. And that happiness doesn't have any ending. Everlasting. Everlasting. Okay. Arjuna is thinking now, Arjuna is wondering, why is it so tough to accept this joyful process? Yes, this process is very joyful. Sukham kartum avyayam. Still, people, they don't understand it and they are not accepting it. Why is it so tough to accept this joyful process? Okay. Because of the requisite which we have discussed. Okay. Prerequisite to understand this knowledge, which they are lacking. That's why they are not able to understand and perform pure devotional service. It says, 9.3 sloka says, those who are not faithful in this devotional service cannot attain me. Not faithful in this devotional service cannot attain me, O conqueror of enemy. Therefore, they return to the path of birth and death in this material world. If you are not faithful in the devotional service, you will come back again in this material world. If you are faithful, sukham kartum avyayam. Okay. So that is the thing. So two qualification Krishna is discussing to understand this most purifying knowledge, most pure knowledge, most Rajguhya Yoga, most confidential knowledge, most king of the hour, the king of the knowledge. What is the two qualification? Anasuya, non-enviousness, that is 9.1 sloka. And Shraddha, this sloka, 9.3, faithfulness. Okay. So faith and non-enviousness, these are the two characteristics to understand this knowledge. Okay. Faith and non-enviousness. Second part, inconceivable relationship. Okay. So that was the most, that knowledge, how this knowledge is Rajguhya Yoga. Okay. That we have understood. Now we are going to see the inconceivable relationship. Our relationship with the Prakriti's relationship with Krishna, and it is inconceivable. It means it's very difficult to understand. Krishna says, 9.4 sloka, Maya tatam idam sarvam jagat avyakta murtina matthani sarva bhutani na chaham teshav avastitaha. By me in my unmanifested form, this entire universe is pervaded. All beings are in me, but I am not in them. So one important word Krishna is saying now, my unmanifested form. Krishna is manifested in this personal form. If you see this form, it is manifested form, where we can see Krishna, where we can worship Krishna, where we can understand, where we can see Krishna, where we can see him doing Leela, manifested form. And Krishna is also having unmanifested form. Unmanifested form is Krishna is there in everywhere. In my unmanifested form, this entire universe is pervaded. Krishna is lying in his unmanifested form everywhere. The form which we cannot see, the form which a person thinks like a source of energy, and this is the source of energy. Krishna is this source of energy. The Lord is just a source of energy. Okay, that is also truth. So Krishna is only lying in his unmanifested form and is pervading all the universe. Okay, and then he says, all beings are in me, but I am not in them. All beings are in me. It means today all beings are dependent on me, but I am not in them. But that means I am not dependent on them. Okay, all beings are in me, but I am not in them. I am not dependent on them. They are dependent on me. That is what Krishna is saying. Unmanifested form. Okay, the Brahman form, the first phase of realization, the Brahman form, that is called unmanifested form. So here we have example of Narad Muni to understand the word Prataksha Dharmam. Okay. So when we were reading the sloka, it was one word was Prataksha Dharmam. What is the meaning? Let's understand. So Narad Muni was a Gandharva in the previous life. This is the Gandharva. Okay. Higher planetary system species. Okay. So he was Gandharva. Then he got cursed and he came back to earth. Okay, and he took birth among the in a family of maid servant. Okay, so he was a son of maid servant. Okay, so you can see the maid servant who used to wash the utensils, the clothes of other people. Okay, so that is maid servant, and he took birth among the family of maid servant. So he was very poor. The mother was very poor. No formal education was there. Okay, so he was not educated. Okay, but one day one incident happened. What happened? That it was time of Chaturmas. Chaturmas means the 4 month of rainy season, where the Rishi Munis won't go anywhere. They will stay at one place, and after Chaturmas is over, they will again move. Okay, like Rishi Munis, they will be traveling always. But in the Chaturmas, they won't travel because of rainy season. They will stay at one place. Okay, and luckily they took shelter in the farm, in the home of a maid servant. Okay, so maid servant was there. His son was there, and the Narad Muni in the form of maid servant son, he used to serve the Rishi Munis. He used to give them food. He used to offer them food. He used to whatever service is there, he will do. Okay, and after, just 1 second. Yes. So, so Narad Muni was serving them in the form of maid servant son, and the Rishi Munis they will eat, they will discuss about the pastime of Krishna, they will glorify about the pastime of Krishna, they will be discussing about that, and Narad Muni will be listening. Okay, and now whatever food is left, Narad Muni will accept that leftover food from the Rishi Munis. Okay, and in this way, in the 4 month, he became purified. Okay, and gradually he become a devotee of Krishna. Okay, and when the Rishimuni is left, Rishimuni left, he was there only with mother. But when mother died, he left out his home and he started searching for the Supreme Lord. Okay, next life he became Narad Muni. So that was the story of Narad Muni. You see, Narad Muni was son of a maid servant, no formal education, no school going, no tuition at home. Okay, no school going. He was just at home. Okay, he was very poor. Nothing, no education, no formal education. But still, when he became a devotee, okay, of Krishna, he knew, he understand what is dharma, what is adharma, what he should do, what he should not do, and he became a greatest devotee of Lord. You see, just by performing devotional service, just doing the devotional service, a person knows what is dharma, what is adharma, what we should do, what we should not do. Okay, that is called pratyakshaavagamam dharmam. It will give you direct perception of what is dharma. Once you start doing the devotional service, you will know what is dharma, what is adharma. Okay, so that is the thing. Narad Muni example. Next sloka, a little bit confusing. Okay, so that's why it is called inconceivable relationship. The relationship is inconceivable. That's why. Okay, inconceivable relationship. Supreme Director, inconceivable relationship. And yet everything that is created does not rest in me. Behold my mystic opulence. Although I am maintainer of all living entities, and although I am everywhere, I am not a part of this cosmic manifestation. For myself is very source of creation. Okay. So you see, Krishna says, and yet everything that is created does not rest in me. I'm not personally doing everything. If you see the Atlas picture, many where you will see that one old man is there who is holding the earth on the back. An old man is bending by the weight of the earth. It is not like that. Krishna says, and yet everything that is created does not rest in me. This world is very big, and I am not personally doing everything. Krishna has many expansions which are doing all the things. Okay, so Krishna is not personally interested. Just by thinking of Krishna, everything is done. That is the mystic opulence of Krishna. Just by thinking, everything is being done. So it is said, and yet everything that is created does not rest in me. Behold my mystic opulence. That is my mystic opulence. Okay, although I am the maintainer of all living entity, and although I am everywhere, I am not a part of this cosmic manifestation. Inconceivable relationship. Though Krishna is present everywhere in the unmanifested form, Krishna is pervading everywhere in his unmanifested form. Without Krishna, nothing can work here. Okay, Krishna is everywhere. Yet Krishna says, I am not part of this cosmic manifestation. Inconceivable. Krishna is everywhere, yet he is nowhere. Okay. For myself is very source of creation. Because Krishna is the source of creation, he is everywhere, but he is not also. That is called inconceivable relationship. Okay. We cannot understand that relationship. Difficult to understand. Okay. Then he says, understand that as the mighty wind blowing everywhere, rest always in the sky, all created being rest always in me. All created being depends on Krishna. We depends on Krishna. Everything, whatever we are doing, we are dependent on Krishna only. Okay, so that is Krishna is saying, all created being rest in me. The whole cosmic order is under me. Again, Krishna is saying, whatever things you are saying, whether material, whether spiritual, everything is working under me. Under my will, it is automatically manifested again and again, and under my will, it is annihilated at the end. So, word to note is my will. Krishna is not personally involved. Just by thinking, everything is happening. My will, mystic opulence of Krishna. Okay, that just by thinking, just by his will, everything is working. Okay. O Dhananjay, all this work cannot bind me. Whatever work is there, this cannot bind me. I am ever detached from all this material activity, seated as though neutral. Neutral word is very important. Seated as the neutral. He is just sitting as neutral. Whatever you do, you will get the result. I am neutral. You do good activity, you will get good result. If you do bad activity, you will get bad result. So whatever you do, you will get the result. Okay. So it is not like that I am doing good thing, I am getting bad result. You will get the good result. So whatever you are doing, you are making the karma. The karma is in aprarabdha form. The karma is not manifested now. It will manifest later, but it will manifest. You will get the result. Okay. So that is called Krishna is neutral. Krishna is neutral. He is the like a judge is there. Okay, judge. He will be sitting at his seat as neutral. If a thief comes, he will give punishment. If normal person comes, he will release him. Okay, like that. So that is the thing. And he is not personally giving the punishment. He just ordering. By his will, everything is happening. Just ordering, policeman will come, he'll take the person, they will give punishment. Okay. So Krishna is just like judge, neutral. Okay. And just by thinking, everything is happening. Okay. Inconceivable relationship. Maya dhakshena prakriti shruyate sacharacharam hetu nanena kanteya jagatvi parivartate. Maya dhakshena prakriti. This prakriti, many people you will find that they're saying this prakriti is wonderful, this prakriti is mother prakriti, this, that, okay, how he is helping us, how she is nurturing us, everything they will say. Okay. But Krishna is saying, Maya dhakshena prakriti, this prakriti is working under my adhyakshata, under my direction. Maya dhakshena prakriti, under my adhyakshata, under my direction, this prakriti is working. So this prakriti is also not free, it is working under Krishna's direction. Shruyate sacharacharam. This material nature, which is one of my energy, is working under my direction, O son of Kunti, producing all the moving and non-moving being. Under its rule, this manifestation is created and annihilated again and again. So this is under Krishna. Okay, this Prakriti is under Krishna. Maya Dakshena Prakriti. Third part, that is non-worshippers and worshippers. Why some people don't respect you as Supreme Personality of Godhead? Then Prakriti is working under you. Just by your thinking, everything is happening. You are just neutral sitting, and everything is happening. Okay. Then why people are not respecting you as Supreme Personality of Godhead? Why? Why? Krishna says, fools deride me, because fool cannot understand me. Understanding Krishna is the job of wise person, not the fool person. Okay. Krishna says, fools deride me. Avajananti mam mudha. Mudha means fool. Avajananti mam mudha. Manushim tanumashritam. Param bhavam ajananto. Mama bhuta maheshwaram. Fools deride me when I descend in the human form. They do not know my transcendental nature as the supreme Lord of all that be. Fools, they do not understand the supreme nature of Krishna. That's why they think that he is a human person only. He is a human being only. They cannot understand Krishna. Fools deride me. Fools, they cannot understand about Krishna. Okay, because Krishna is like in human form. So they think that he is also human. Okay. So they do not know that Krishna is transcendental. Krishna's nature is transcendental. Krishna's body is transcendental. Okay. But who are the one who respect Krishna? So the non-worshippers we have seen, worshippers we are seeing now. Mahatmas, they are called Mahatma. So fools deride Krishna because they do not understand about the nature of Krishna. One person who understands the nature, what happens to that person? So fools, they do not know. That's why they are fool. Wise, when they know about Krishna, what happens? Let's see. Mahatmanastu mam partha daivim prakritim ashritaha bhajante ananya manso gyatva bhutadim abhyayam. O son of Pritha, Those who are not deluded, the great souls, are under the protection of the divine nature. They are fully engaged in the devotional service because they know me. So the fools, they do not know about the transcendental nature of Krishna, but the wise, they know me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, original and inexhaustible. So the fools do not understand about Krishna. A wise person who understand about Krishna, who know Krishna, what they do is they are fully engaged in devotional service. Fools, they think that Krishna is a normal person. So they do not understand the Krishna's nature. Mahatmas, they understand Krishna's nature and they understand and they engage themselves in devotional service. Okay. This is Mahatmas. How to recognize such personality? What is the symptom of those such personality? Okay, let's see. Mahatmas, about the Mahatmas. What is their activity? Krishna says, 9.14, Satatam kirtayanto mam yatantasha dridvataha namasyantascha mam bhaktya nitya yukta upashate. Satatam kirtayanto mam. The word here uses satatam, always. Satatam. Kirtayanto mam. They will be glorifying me. They will be doing kirtan. They will be doing chanting. Yatantasha dridvata. And this endeavor, their endeavor is dridvata. Their endeavor is fixed. Their vow is fixed. Namasyantascha mam bhaktya. They will do bow down in front of me. They will be bowing down, offering obeisances to me. Namasyantascha mam bhaktya. Nitya yukta upasate. Nitya yukta upasate. Always. Nitya means always. Satatam means always. Two words here. Nitya yukta satatam. Okay. So always chanting my glory, endeavoring with great determination, bowing down before me, these great souls perpetually worship me with devotion. Last day we have seen that attaining Krishna is very easy. Satatam kirtayanto. Always engage yourself in Krishna's service. That's why in this way Krishna is attaining Krishna is very easy. Again Krishna is saying this sloka. Satatam kirtayanto mam yatantasha dridvata. Namasyantasha mam bhakta nitya yukta upasate. These are the Mahatma's activity. These are the wise people activity. These are the activity who understand that Krishna is supreme. Those who are understanding the transcendental nature of Krishna, they engage themselves in Krishna's service. Okay. Kirtayanta, always chanting. Dredavata, fixed bow. Namasyanta, offering obeisances. Nitya yukta, always engaged. Okay. So these are the Mahatma's activity. Supreme Personality of Godhead as an object of worship. Pita aham asya jagato mata dhata pitamaha vedayam pavitram omkara riksham yajur evacha. Pita aham asya jagato. Pita aham, me. Aham means me. So I am Pita asya jagato. Means all the jagat, this universe, jagat, I am the father. Pita aham asya jagato. I am the father of this all universe, jagat. Not only jagat. Mata dhata pitamaha. I am Mata as well. I am not only Pita, I am Mata as well. Dhata means the maintainer. Pitamaha means the grandfathers. Okay. So I am the Mata as well, I am Pita as well, I am the maintainer as well, I am the grandfathers always as well. Okay. So this is the position of Krishna. Vedayam pavitram omkara. In the Veda, I am the Om is me only. I am the Rik Ved, Sam Ved, Yajur Ved. Okay. So all the Vedas is also me only. I am the goal. What is our goal of life? Many people have different types of goal of life. What is the goal of our goal of life should be Krishna. I am the goal, the sustainer, the master, the witness. Krishna is witness. Krishna is there in our heart in the form of Paramatma and he is witnessing everything. Whatever we are doing, he is witnessing. Even whatever thinking, he is witnessing. Okay. So witness, the abode, the refuge to take shelter, and dearmost friend. The most dear friend is Krishna. Okay. Goal, sustainer, master, witness, abode, refuge, most dear friend is Krishna, supreme person. I am the creation and the annihilation and the basis of everything. Again, Krishna says here, Krishna says there is no truth superior to me. Again, Krishna says, I am the basis of everything. Okay, Sarva Karan Karanam, Ishvara Sarva. So the sloka says like Sarva Karana Karanam. Krishna is Sarva Karana Karanam, basis of everything. I'm the cause of all the causes. Whatever cause is there, I'm the cause of that cause. The supreme cause is me only. Okay. So, and resting place and the eternal seed. I'm the seed, I'm the resting place. Okay. So this is the Supreme Personality of God as an object of worship. Then many people say that goal of life should be to go to higher planet, go to the Swarga Loka. Okay. So when we do certain good activity, we go to higher planet. But the certain good activity will be over after some time. Suppose we have done 100 good activity and we attain higher planet. Okay. If the 100 good activity is over, then what will happen? Then what will happen? Are we going to stay there? 100 activities are over. Our punya karma is over. Then what will happen? So let's see what happens after that. Krishna describes that thing in 9.20 and 21. He says, those who study the Veda and drink the Soma Jusa, seeking the heavenly planet, worship me indirectly. Purified of sinful reactions, they take birth on pious heavenly planet of Indra, where they enjoy godly delights. So if they are doing good activity, they will go to higher planet, heavenly planet of Indra, that is Swargaloka, and they will enjoy the godly delights. But after this pious activities are over, then when they have thus enjoyed the vast heavenly sense pleasure, and the result of their pious activity are exhausted. Now all the results what you have done, pious activity, all the punya karmas are over. What will happen after that? They return to this mortal planet again. They come back to this mortal planet again. Okay. So the thing is, when we do some pious activity, we go to higher planet. But after some time, the pious activities are over. Then they will come back again to this mortal planet. Okay. Thus, those who seek sense enjoyment by adhering to the principles of the three Vedas achieves only repeated birth and death. Okay. So that is the thing. So if we are those who seek sense enjoyment by adhering to the principles of three Vedas, so if you see the Vedas have every knowledge. Even Karma Kanda knowledge is there. Even the Karma Yoga knowledge is there. Jnana Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, every knowledge is there. Okay. So the people, sometimes what they do is they adhere to the Karma Kandi knowledge only. Sense enjoyment. Do the good activity and let's enjoy the senses. Okay. Sense enjoyment. So those who seek sense enjoyment by adhering to the principles of three Vedas achieves only birth and death. So those who are they are trying to do only karma kand only. What they are doing is actually they will be taking repeated birth and death, birth and death, birth and death only. Okay. 9.22. Ananyas chintayanto mam ye jana prayupashate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahami aham. But those who worship me with exclusive devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, to them I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have. Very important. Krishna is personally involved with the devotee. Krishna is personally interested in the devotee. Though Krishna is neutral, that doesn't mean Krishna is just like a machine. Okay, neutral. No, Krishna is just like a machine. Krishna doesn't have any feeling. Okay. When a devotee approaches Krishna, Krishna responds. And Krishna is very dear to the devotee and devotees are very dear to Krishna. Krishna says, when a person is worshipping me with exclusive devotion, meditation on my transcendental form, for them I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have. We may think that we want money, we lack money. We may think we lack money, but actually we are not lacking money. So we have to see from the eyes of Krishna. Krishna is seeing, Krishna is knowing everything what we lack and what we need. Okay. And Krishna will give what we lack and Krishna will preserve what we already have. Okay. So for us, certain things may be important, but from the eyes of Krishna, those things are not important. Okay. So that is the thing. So what we have, Krishna preserve, and what we lack, Krishna gives. Okay. When we perform devotional service. ये अपि अन्य देवता भक्ता यजन्ते श्रद्धायान्विता ते अपि माम एव कौन्तेय यजन्ते अविद्धि पूर्वकम. This sloka also very nicely Krishna describes about the demigod worship. He says, Aviddhi Purvakam, Aviddhi, wrong way, Aviddhi Purvakam. Those who are devotees of other gods and who worships them with faith actually worship me only, O son of Kunti, but they do it in a wrong way. When we are worshipping any demigods, actually, we are worshipping Krishna only, but we are worshipping in a wrong way. Okay. So those who are devotee of other gods and who worship them with faith actually worship only me, O son of Kunti, but they do so in a wrong way. Okay. That is not the correct way. Krishna says that whatever benediction demigods are giving, that is given by me only. Aviddhi Purvakam. That is not the correct way. That is not the direct way. Okay. Aviddhi Purvakam. Okay, so that was the third part, worshippers and non-worshippers. Now we are coming to the final part, that is glory of bhakti. We are going to understand that bhakti is very simple. Okay. Krishna says bhakti is very simple. How? Let's see. Krishna says 9.26. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhakta prayachati tad aham bhaktya upahitam asnami prayatatmanaha. If one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or water, I will accept it. The word here is, I will accept it. Krishna accepts when we give. What we can give to Krishna? We don't have to give like so much. I don't have this much thing. How I can worship Krishna? No, not like that. Even if you don't have, any person who doesn't have anything, even though he will have the leaf, flower, fruit, or water, it is available everywhere. Okay. So a person who doesn't have even anything, he can have these four things, and he can offer it to Krishna. A leaf, a flower, fruit, and water. Okay. So these things Krishna accepts. Krishna says, I will accept it. But there is a but. What is that but? With love and devotion. With love and devotion, if we are giving to Krishna, Krishna will accept it. If there is no love and devotion, why Krishna will accept it? Krishna doesn't need our leaf. Krishna doesn't need our flower. Krishna doesn't need fruit. Krishna doesn't need water. He has everything more than us. Okay, in great quantity. Why Krishna will accept that? Okay, so Krishna accepts because of love and devotion. So if we are offering a patra, pushpa, phal, and water to Krishna with love and devotion, Krishna accepts that. So this is what Krishna says, you can give me. Okay, you can offer to me. So you see, bhakti is very simple. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhakta prayachati. Bhakti is very simple. Okay, even though it is very simple, many people won't be able to do that. Then what is the offer? Okay. So what should one do if one is not able to perform pure devotional service? If pure devotional service, if a person is not able to do what he can do, then comes the Nishkam Karma Yoga. What is the meaning? Let's see. Yad karoshi yad asnani yad juhoshi dadati yad tapasyashi kanteya yad tadkurushva madarpanam. He says, whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer or give away, and whatever austerity you perform, do that, O son of Kunti, as an offering to me. Do it as an offering to me. Okay, so we are daily doing some work. Whatever you do, whatever work we are doing daily, whatever you eat, we are eating daily. So whatever you are eating, whatever you offer, sometimes we offer. or give away. Sometimes we give away, sometimes we give charity. And whatever austerity you perform, sometimes we do austerity, sometimes this austerity, that austerity. So many activities. These are our daily activities. This is what we do. We are doing something, we are eating something, we are offering something, we are giving charity, we are performing sacrifices, something we are doing daily. This is our daily activity. So Krishna is saying, just continue doing that. Continue doing that, do that. Krishna says, do that, but do that as an offering to me. How simple is it? How simple is it to perform bhakti? That's why it is said, bhakti is very simple. Very simple. Okay. If you are not able to do that, those pure devotional service, whatever you are doing, whatever activity you are doing, just do it for Krishna. Make your consciousness Krishna consciousness. How easy it is. Yes, very easy. So actually the devotion, actually the bhakti is very simple. Okay. Krishna says that bhakti is very simple. Okay. Next, neither partial nor biased. Krishna says, Samo aham sarva bhuteshu name dveshu asti na priyaha ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya mai te teshu chapiyaham. I envy no one, nor I am partial to anyone. I am equal to all. But whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend, is in me, and I am also a friend to him. Neutral. Krishna says, I am neutral. I am not partial to anyone nor biased to anyone. No one I envy. Samo aham, some equal. Samo aham sarva bhutesu. I am equal to every sarva bhutesu. Again here, Krishna is not saying samo aham sarva manusheshu. No. Krishna is not saying that even manusheshu. Krishna is saying samo aham sarva bhuteshu. Every living entity. I am equal to every living entity. Even the animals, even the chickens, even the humans, every living entity, Krishna is equal. Samoham sarva bhutesu. Name dvesu asti na priya. I do not envy anyone, or neither I am like partial to anyone. Okay, but this doesn't mean like machine. Okay, if any person approaches me, I approach also that person. Okay, so ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya mai te tesu chapiyam. A person who approach me, I also approach that. Okay. So, but whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend, is in me, and I am also a friend to him. Okay. Now the essence of the essence, 9.34, very important sloka. Manmana bhavamad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mame veshashi yuktabhyam atmanam mat parayanaha. Engage your mind always in thinking of me, because become my devotee, offer obeisances to me and worship me. Being completely absorbed in me, surely you will come to me. Engage your mind always in thinking of me. Man mana bhav mad bhakto. Man mana bhav mad bhakto. Engage your mind in me. Bhav mad bhakto. Become my devotee. Bhav mad bhakto. Okay. Madhyaji mam namaskuru. Offer obeisances to me and worship me. Mam evaishashi yuktabhyam atmana mat parayana. Being completely absorbed in me, surely will come to me. Okay. Absorbing oneself in Krishna consciousness. Essence. We should absorb. Our thoughts should be in Krishna. Our activities should be in Krishna. Our thinking should be in Krishna. Our consciousness should be Krishna consciousness. That is the essence of every knowledge. That is the essence of every you see the chapter of Gita. Become the devotee of Krishna. Accept the devotion of Krishna. Surrender ourselves in the service of Krishna. That is the essence of everything. Man manabhav mad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. Mame vaishashi yaktavam atmana mat parayana. Okay. Absorbing oneself in Krishna consciousness. With this, we end our chapter. Whatever we have learned, let's summarize. First, we have started with knowledge part. We have understood that this is the king of all the knowledge. This knowledge is king of all the knowledge, as well as is the most secret of all the knowledge. Okay, this is the most purifying knowledge, and pratyaksha vagamam dharmam. It gives direct perception of what is dharma. Okay, and Susukham kartum avyayam. It is very joyfully performed. Okay. Very joyfully performed. So that is called Susukham kartum avyayam. And that joy doesn't have any end. Inconceivable relationship with ourselves, with Krishna, and Krishna's relationship with the nature, how this nature is working, how Krishna just by thinking everything is working. Krishna is dependent on, we are dependent on Krishna. Krishna is not dependent on us. Krishna is pervading everywhere, yet he is not here. Okay, he is everywhere, but still he is not here. Like that. So inconceivable relationship. Then we have understood about the non-worshippers and worshippers. A fool derides Krishna. He doesn't understand the Krishna's nature. That's why he derides him. A worshipper, a person who is wise, he will understand Krishna's nature. He will engage himself in devotion of Krishna. Glory to the bhakti. Bhakti is very simple. Okay, patram pushpam talam toyam yome bhakta prayachati. Offer with love and devotion. Love and devotion is important. So with love and devotion, offer anything to Krishna, Krishna will accept it. If we are not able to give it with love and devotion, then second option Krishna is giving Nishkam Karma Yoga. Whatever you do, whatever activity you perform, whatever you are eating, whatever charity you are doing, whatever austerity you are performing, perform it for me. Give the result to me, and I will take care of everything. That is called Bhakti is very simple. Okay. So that we have understood in today's chapter. With this, we end the chapter. I'll unmute every person for chanting with me. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare Hare.
Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
So if you have any question, you can ask it in the chat box. Okay, just 1 minute.
Sir, end of the course, do we get certificate, sir?
Yes, you have to complete the quiz, you will get the certificate.
Okay.
Have you raised your hand for a new question? The Zoom user, please rename yourself and ask a question. Or just tell us your name.
Oh, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Just hold a second, Rajini Mataji.
Yeah, I'll just wait.
Okay, so do we have any question? Sorry for the delay.
Ranjini ji, you may ask your question. Ranjini Mataji, you may unmute yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. Namaste, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Yes.
Prabhu, if we say that Krishna is completely unattached to anything, then is it that, I mean, say for example, if I'm unattached to my kid, my kid can never please me. So is it that when Krishna is unattached to anything, so how can we please him? I mean, is it that we can never please him? Like, I hope you understood what I said.
So Krishna, so your question I'll reframe. You are saying that Krishna is unattached. Krishna is the most renunciator. Okay.
Yeah.
Then we are loving Krishna. Then Krishna won't be responding.
Yeah.
Yes, Mataji. Yes, but Krishna only says that a person who is friend of me, I am friend of him. Krishna says I am neutral.
So how is that both of them will apply? I mean.
Yes. So Krishna says I am neutral. That means a person who is not approaching Krishna is neutral. Okay. So whatever you do, you will get the result. It is not like Krishna will favor you, Krishna won't favor you. It is not like that. Okay. Krishna is neutral to everyone. But that doesn't mean that Krishna is just like a machine. If machine is there, you will go to ATM machine, you will put this button, the button will respond in certain way. That doesn't mean that Krishna is just like that. Okay. Just like machine, it is not like that. No emotion, it is not like that. Krishna is not like that. Okay. So when a devotee approaches Krishna, Krishna also approached that person. Okay. So like that it is. So Krishna, it is said, when a person is friend of me, I am also friend of you. Okay. That is what Krishna said. That is what Krishna was saying. Okay. Samoham sarva bhuteshu. Okay. He is equal to everyone. Na me dvesho na priya. He is not any partial to any person. But when a person is engaged in devotional service to him, Krishna is also interested in that person. So a person is taking steps towards Krishna. Krishna also takes steps towards that person. Okay.
Okay.
Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare
Pankaj
Krishna.
Manek, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I offer my respect to you. Can we consume medicine on Ekadashi?
What do you think? If you have hypertension, you are having hypertension, okay, or any diabetes. Take example of diabetes, and consuming the tablets are essential. If you don't take, you will have hyperglycemia, okay, and you may die also. What do you think?
Pankaj Prabhuji, you may unmute
Answer.
yourself and answer.
What do you think?
Again. Yeah, you can be unmuted. Just give me a second. Just raise your hand, please.
Yeah, you can unmute, Prabhuji.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandvat Pranam. So Prabhuji, actually, I'm actually not keeping well from 2-3 days. So I have the medicine course that is going on. Like again, basically the antibiotic course that goes for 5 days. So that is, and tomorrow is Ekadashi, and I have been following Ekadashi right in the Varun Chini Ekadashi. So I started from there onwards. So so this was a question, like tomorrow, as again it is an Ekadashi, will I be able to continue my medicine, or I need to skip for the day tomorrow? Because if I would skip, then it happens that again the illness would come over again. That will be the reason.
So essential medicines we can take. Many people they are taking multivitamin. Okay, multivitamin, all which is not essential, you should not take. If it is essential, you can take. Okay, so that is the thing.
So because what I have
Antibiotic course
understood,
should
like,
not be discontinued. Okay, antibiotic course should be continued. There should be a level of antibiotic level should be maintained in blood to act. Okay, so if you are taking antibiotic, you can continue.
because what things are restricted is like we don't have to consume grains, we don't have to consume rice, wheat, anything, cereals, pulses. So
But
this
medicines you can continue. Medicines is like you can continue medicines from.
Just another question, Prabhuji. Can we have tea on Ekadashi?
Can we have
Tea.
tea? No,
Uh,
tea.
Tea, coffee, alcohol? No.
Tea, coffee,
okay.
alcohol. People they will think that we have alcohol in Ekadashi. No. Cigarette in Ekadashi. No. Okay.
Ikambar Rao is
Austerity.
asking,
You have to
can I take
perform
blood
austerity.
thinners?
Okay.
Sorry,
You,
Prabhuji.
you have to perform austerity. Okay. So tea is not a medicine. Tea is nothing. Tea is just for the sake of okay. So nothing. Tea, alcohol, cigarette, these things should not be taken.
So even tea is avoided on Ekadashi.
Yes.
Thank you.
Vaishnavi Nambyar. Actually, Ikambar Prabhuji is asking in middle, can I take blood thinners? Same
Blood
applies,
thinners?
no? Very
Yes.
important for your life, you take.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Because there's a green tea.
Fasting. It should be fasting. Yes. Green
I
tea,
think
white
what
tea,
they mainly are
black tea.
trying to understand is that to take these medicines, they have to take food.
See, this is fasting.
So-
Okay, this is austerity. The fasting means austerity. Okay, we are performing some austerity. Okay, so it should be like some austerity should be there. The tea, green tea. Okay, these things we should avoid. Okay, medicine is essential for life. Okay, so we should take.
But
Vaishnavi
to take
Nambyar
the
is
medicine, they
asking,
have to consume food, no, Prabhuji.
Huh?
food nahi, water.
No, to take medicine, they need to consume food. Like sugar medicine, they cannot take on empty
So
empty
on
tummy.
Ekadasi day, generally we fast from the grain. So there are many food which are non-grain. Okay, so you can consume that. Fruits we can consume. Okay.
Okay.
Can I ask? Vaishnavi Nambyar is asking, Mataji is asking, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I chant Saraswati Shloka every day because I am a student. Is chanting both Saraswati and Krishna mantra every day okay?
If you chant Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, there is no need to chant any other things. Okay, actually. So Krishna is the ultimate source of everything. So even Saraswati, whatever she is giving, is getting benediction from Krishna only. Okay. Avidhi Purvakam. Everything is going to Krishna only, but not in a Vidhi Purvakam, not in a direct way. Okay. Indirect way.
Vikas Mahipati is asking a question. Krishna had taken as Mohini, I suppose, to marry son of Uttara because he told to sacrifice his life before battle of Mahabharata. Other Pandava sons, Arjuna, Bhima, Nakul, Sahadev were not ready for it.
I didn't understand the question, Prabhu.
Yeah,
I didn't understand the question.
I too fail to understand what he's talking. He had taken as Mohini or what? Or Mohi in to marry son of Uttara. Because he
Son
told...
of Uttara.
Sir, Uttara is one who
Uttara is
Arjuna had married.
Abhimanyu's wife. Son of Uttara is Parikshit Maharaj.
Not Parikshit, sir. He's another son. Not Uttara. It's Ulupi, sir. Sorry, I wanted to.
Oh, I think Uttara son is Parikshit Maharaj only.
Ulupi. I just
Udupi.
forgot the name. Sorry, it's Ulupi, sir.
Udupi Krishna has another story, Prabhu. I do not, I'm not aware of that story fully. Okay. I think something related to
I too got
something
to know
related
yesterday,
to
sir.
Madhva, something related to Madhvacharya. Okay, Udupi Krishna is having some Udupi Krishna.
Yes,
is
I'm
worshipped by
a Madhva,
Madhvacharya.
sir.
So I think something related to that. I do not know the story correctly, but something related to that. But Uttara son is Abhimanyu. Abhimanyu is wife of Uttara is wife of Abhimanyu, and son of Uttara is Parikshit Maharaj.
No, actually, I will tell the story, sir. The story
But I
is,
am not aware of that story, Prabhuji. So I cannot answer, I think, this question of yours. And that is not related to Bhagavad Gita also. I think.
Let's move. Pankaj Manik Prabhuji, can you ask your question again? What is this? Number 2, 3 question? Go ahead, Pankaj.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, what I have seen is the the time when we decide to surrender to God and to follow Krishna consciousness. And when, so what I have observed, Prabhuji, is we start losing friends, relatives from our circle. And so sometimes sometimes they don't understand the things, and they we start losing them. There are certain arguments and so many things. And the second thing that comes up, that it is quite an early age, and at this age when people should be focused more on their careers and on their life and need to settle down. So why are we going at this path? So there are many things that happen, and in this way, like we start losing them. So is it like the at the end, we would be okay? I know this fact that we are never alone because Krishna is always there with us. But does it mean that at the end, in the materialistic world, that we will be left with no one? Like when we are on this path, of course, this path is like best when it comes for salvation in the material world. But this is what I have been experiencing and seeing. But although I am quite happy with whatever path I'm following, but just wanted to know why these things happen. Like, is it the mindset of people is like quite bad, or they are not able to understand, or just immature? Even the people at the age of 70s, in their 70s and 80s, are not yet understanding the things that I am doing. So for them, it is a it's a thing that needs to be done during the old ages. And when I answer them, when I tell them, even we are not sure that tomorrow we are alive or not. So they again tell that, no, how do you know that tomorrow you are not alive? Like the average expectancy is like 60, 70. So how can you say that? So, yes, Prabhuji, this is the question. Why does all these things happen?
Okay. Just 1 minute, Prabhuji. I'll just come back. Okay. There is someone at the door. Okay. So your question about the elder people who will give you different reason for not accepting Krishna consciousness. The thing is about the mindset. Okay. When we read chapter number 14, we understand that there are three modes of material nature. Every person which is there in this material world, they are in three modes. Okay, under the three modes: Satogun, Rajogun, and Tamogun. The person who is in Satogun, they can only understand what is their duty. They can only understand what is their role in this human form of life. Okay, what is the importance of this human form of life? Otherwise, Tamogun, Rajogun and Tamogun, they won't be able to understand. Okay, and this is Maya. Maya is covering the people in the form of Satogun, Rajogun, and Tamogun. So only Satoguni people they will be able to understand, because they will be able to think in that direction. Okay. Other than that, everyone is engaged in this material world. Okay. So what you expect from a person like whole life who has done only the material thing, and suddenly a person is saying that no, material thing is bad, we should accept the spiritual thing. What will be the reaction of that person? Okay, so it is very difficult in the older age to accept the devotion. Okay, because whole life we have done material thing, material thing, material thing. And suddenly someone says, no, the spiritual thing is more important. We have to do the spiritual thing. Many people, they may say that spirituality is for older age. Okay. So full life we have to enjoy through going to restaurant, through uh, through through drinking alcohol, through eating non-vegetarian food. Women are there, enjoy them. Okay, like that. So whole life you enjoy that. Okay, and then at last you accept the devotional service. Actually, it is very difficult. Whole life you have wasted your life, and when there is no time, you are thinking that I'll go back to Krishna. No, it is not going to happen. Okay, and the thing is, people, they won't be able to understand at the old age. Okay, if you tell them, if a 70-year-old person is there, if you tell them that you should accept the devotional service, most of them, I'm not telling all of them, most of them, they won't be taking new endeavor. Oh, I have only 5 years, 10 years left. What I will do endeavor? What endeavor I will do? So whatever I've learned in life, I will accept that only. I will follow that only. That may be the one thinking. Okay. The thing is, it is it does a person who is following the devotional life, that doesn't mean that he is bereft of all the things. Okay. A person who is um, wasting the actual time in the mobile, in here and there going, and just wasting the time, he's utilizing the mobile in the mind in correct way. Okay, he's utilizing the mind in the devotional service. He's focusing the mind in devotional service. Okay, and it is the people won't be, the thing is, people won't be able to understand unless and until they're in Sattva-guna. Okay, even Sattva-guna people, it is very difficult for them to understand. So what to speak of Rajoguna and Tamoguna people? Okay, so it is very difficult actually. Okay, so that is how it is, and every person faces that. Every devotee will face that. Every person is saying, what you are following, what you are doing, these things are for old age. Every person will follow. Every person faces that. Every devotee, when they come in devotional life, they will face it. Okay, so that is the thing.
Deepa Bhagchandani is asking a very fundamental question. What is spirituality?
The spirituality is a very large terminology. Okay, large terminology. Many things are there. Spirituality may be meaning many yoga. Okay, that is karma yoga, jnana yoga, dhyana yoga, bhakti yoga. Many things are there. Okay, so spirituality can mean everything. Okay, so and there are many paths of spirituality. The bhakti yoga, jnana yoga, dhyana yoga, karma yoga. Okay, so that is spirituality. Out of them, the bhakti yoga is best.
Ekambar Rao is asking, I regret should have started earlier during college days. No more questions and no hands. Pankaj has come up with his hand again.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji again. Prabhuji, so again there is a question. It's related to demigods. So Prabhuji, like before coming into the Krishna consciousness, so I was following worship of demigods basically. So whatever deities we have at home, so majority like we had deities of demigods. But ever since childhood till now, there's a kind of emotional attachment to these deities that we have. So now when I have understood like Krishna is the supreme personality of God, right? So and we have heard like Krishna, and we know Krishna is the root of everything. So what are the roots? And everything would travel to leaves and branches. Mean that we should stop worshipping demigods because there's a kind of emotions attached to the deities that let's say we have a full Kula Devta concept. Everybody has a Kula Devta concept. So we have particular Kula Devtas also. So is it like we need to stop worshipping them and just worship Krishna? Is it like that, or it is like worship even demigods, but the thing we must always be aware of the moksha path. Like there's a sarva dharmama paritajya mama ekam shararam vraja aham tvam sarva papevo mokshashyami. Krishna said this. So at the end, believe Krishna, like he's a supreme. So shall we follow this way, or we need to just worship Krishna as a supreme personality? So this
So,
question came up
yeah.
from my emotional attachment to the demigod that I have been having since a child, because I wasn't, our family is never aware of all these things. So this is the like first time I am from the entire family who has taken up this path, and I have been knowing all these things now. So that's the question.
Okay.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
So your question is very fundamental question. Every person suffers from that. Okay. Every person who comes to devotion, they are actually they are doing demigod worship earlier. Okay, because we didn't know only. Okay, this is what we learned from the society. And society, what Krishna tells is why demigod worship? Because of strong material desire. If you have a strong material desire, we'll worship the demigod. And if you see the society is training us to have full of desire, become a full so much desires you should have. You should perfect this, you should perfect this, you should perfect this. Actually, there is no perfection. In this material life, there is no perfection. Perfect, and doing perfection, your life is over. No perfection. Okay. So that is strong material desire, we worship the demigod. Okay. That is a single line explanation Krishna says. Due to strong material desire, we worship the demigods. Okay. Now, the person, as you have asked, that shall we worship the demigod or we should stop worshipping the demigod? Okay. So the demigods are also like Vaishnava. Okay. Vaishnava, they are devotee of Lord. Okay. So actually, when we are worshipping the Lord, we should have the mentality that they are actually Vaishnava. They are also servant of Lord only. Okay. So when we are worshipping as them, we should have this consciousness that they are the servant of Lord only. Okay. So if we have this consciousness, then whenever we are worshipping also, we'll ask them, please, as you have surrendered to Krishna, as you are worshipping Krishna, as you are serving Krishna, okay, so please bless us so that we can also serve Krishna in that way. Okay. So that worship, that thing you can ask, because you have known now that Krishna is the supreme, and the demigods also, they are servant of Krishna. Okay. So actually the Vaishnava, we should never we should not disrespect a Vaishnava. Okay. And the devatas are very nicely engaged in service of Krishna. So how we can disrespect them? Okay. Attach Krishna in your life. And when you are doing, you should have this consciousness. Okay. So that is the thing. Otherwise, the people are confused. Some people may say Shiva is God. Some people may say Vishnu is God. Some people may say Ramji is God. Some people may say Krishna is God. Some people may say Durga Ma is God. Some people may say Saraswati Ma is God. Some people may say Indra Dev is God. Some people may say different. Some people may say that even Yakshas and Rakshasa, they are God. Okay, so people have different opinion. Unless and until they know what is the spirituality, unless and until they know what is yoga, unless and until they read Bhagavad Gita, they won't be understanding. Okay, that is the thing.
True, Prabhuji. That's why
Thank
after
you,
all the
Prabhuji.
puja is done, we say Krishna Arpanamastu. Like whatever puja, whatever we do with the demigods, we still say at the end of everything, we say Krishna Arpanamastu. So I think that makes more sense in what you're telling. I mean, now I'm able to relate why we are doing that actually. Like our God is Narasimha Swami, but after any puja, like whether I tell Satyanarayana Katha or whatever it could be, then we say Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. So maybe that is the reason. Now I understand why. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So this was like the best thing that I have, because this doubt has been taken me since I would say I started Krishna worship. So yeah, today it has got cleared, and yeah, given me a point of view to worship the demigods. If there are no questions, just can I ask the last question? I'll do one more
Actually, we
question.
have 3 minutes. Okay.
Yeah. So Prabhuji, in the Panchatattva mantra, I get confused like to understand who is Sri Advait, who is Gadadhara, and Shivasi, because I know there's a Shiva, Narad Muni, Krishna, and Radharani and Balaram. So out of the, can you just explain like who is the Balaram and who is actually yeah.
I think we have one picture where it is being shown that who has taken the incarnation as which. Okay, so like that exactly. I have to see the references. I'll have to see who is who. Okay, so the thing is, it is like that. Okay, so actually these are the the four names which you take with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Actually, Panchatattva means Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and four associates, and those four associates are also incarnation of some demigods. Okay, so who are they actually? They are if we search, we can get. Okay, so like that, I'll tell you after searching.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay, searching. Let's see. We'll have to search probably, then we can get. Okay. So actually every person is incarnation or something like Balaram is coming in Nityananda form. Okay, Brahmaji is also coming in some form. So actually I don't remember exactly, that you can search and you can get on internet. Okay.
Sure, Prabhuji. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Okay. So we have one question: why we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra 3 times when we offer food to Krishna? Actually, there are different way of offering food to Krishna, but if a person doesn't know the mantra for offering bhoga to Krishna, they can offer the chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Okay. So actually their Guru mantra is there, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu mantra is there, and Krishna mantra is also there. So all the mantras are there before offering we do. But a person who is not knowing, they can chant 3 times Hare Krishna Mahamantra and offer. Okay. So that is what we do. Okay. With this, we end the session. Okay.
Yes,
Hare Krishna, Murli Prabhu, Akansha
Yes.
Mataji, Chanda Mataji. Thank you very much for coming and helping me out throughout the session. Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you very much, all the devotees, for coming, attending the course, attending and asking so nice questions. Okay. Thank you very much, Pankaj Prabhu. Okay. Your questions are very nice. Thank you, Ekambar Prabhu, for sharing your experience. Okay. I could have adopted this Krishna consciousness in very early college life. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you, every devotee, for asking so many questions, nicely hearing all the lectures, all the question answer session. Okay, I'll unmute you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Thank you,
Prabhuji. Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna, everyone.
Hare Krishna.
Vanchakalpatarubhascha kripa sindhubhave cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Devotee Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.